Yeah!
Martial with the ball, he had too much power, skipped the post enough. Yeah. He really looked like he wanted to score from that angle. It wasn't about a 10th, Gary. Yeah. He really was aiming for the top corner, and that was good.
George Nigeria. You know, George, I had a senior in the first people we used to call thuggish. Whenever he sees you and he's coming for money in the evening, he say tonight.
Tonight,
George.
Tonight. UEFA Champions League commentary, European Night and Joy is back, and we've got Manchester United up against Juventus. Live commentary here, and the build-up is just starting at 6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m.
Yes, Newsnight is truncated, and we're bringing you live commentary. I'll be on with Gary, and of course the whole Joy Sports team to make it a wonderful night.
Is that at Old Trafford or is
it's at Old Trafford?
So Cristiano Ronaldo
goes home. Paul Pogba sees you again.
Wow.
Jose Mourinho looking over all of this.
Wow.
And what do we expect truly tonight?
I wonder if there's going to be another fight tonight.
Hey, no fight.
Anyway, guys. George, let me say a chaotic belated happy birthday.
Yeah.
A chaotic belated happy birthday to CD Asante. You're the CEO of Eagles, Takrady and Accra.
Oh,
and
wow.
another Kia for the only TI Amas rep at the EcoBank Ashtown East branch.
Oh my God.
Mercy Bonnie.
Oh my
this
God.
is from David Opoku and all the team at EcoBank Ashtown East branch.
Oh yeah.
Including your husband, Mr. Justice Bonnie, with Heritage Bank Kumasi Siame branch.
Wow.
He's in Siame branch. Mr. Bonnie,
thank
I
you.
pray that you carry, you do the needful.
Yeah. All right, definitely.
And the Sports Center is brought to you by
European Nights on Joy. Tonight, yo.
It's also brought to you by MTN. Welcome to the new world. Standard Chartered Bank here for good. FPAC blows your pain away. Multi-TV just thrills. And Cowbell Gold, energy for winners. Exciting things are happening with MTN Momo. Keep using your MTN Momo wallets to make payments, send money, and just do more on MTN Momo to build points, and you could win an iPhone X, Samsung S9 Plus, Samsung TV sets, and up to 2,000 Ghana cedis cash every month, plus many more exciting prizes. Just dial *120# to check your points. Promo lasts till 31st October 2018. Please note, promo winners will be called only with 0244 300,000 to redeem their prize from the MTN office and not through text messages. Promo winners will not receive any promo codes. Promo winners do not have to pay anything to redeem a prize. So go on, just Momo it everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply. Now we have made the move. Yes, we've moved to our new state-of-the-art head office, an edifice that embodies our continued growth, support for our communities, our drive for innovation, and our optimism for the future. You are welcome to the new Standard Chartered headquarters, number 87 Independence Avenue, close to the Aqua J interchange. As we commence this chapter in our rich history from this new head office, we will continue to support the trade and investment activities of many generations of Ghanaians. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And here for sports. Yes, we can't wait. Standard Chartered. Yes, we have moved.
But we need to go and visit the new Standard Chartered office.
Yeah. There's a massive chaotic tour upcoming.
It's a very massive chaotic tour. So we've invited ourselves to the new head office to begin.
We'll see how it goes. Good morning to our friends there, Suma and Sidwa, everybody. But look, let's get straight into the Sports Center. And the Champions League is on tonight, and our featured game on the Joy Live commentary is Manchester United versus Juventus at Old Trafford. Ahead of that, forward Alexis Sanchez has been ruled out of Manchester's squad. The 29-year-old Chilean appeared as a late substitute in last Saturday's 2-2 draw at the Stamford Bridge, but it's not fit according to boss Jose Mourinho. Antonio Valencia could feature for the first time since October 2 after an operation on his mouth. Juventus are set to start with Cristiano Ronaldo, who spent spent 6 years at Old Trafford between 2003 and 2009.
Will be tough for us, but we have our weapons. We are Juve, so we know it's going to be tough, but I think we have chance. I know if we play good, if we play the way coach wants, I think we have a good chance to win the game. But of course, as I said before, we have to respect Manchester United because they are a fantastic team. They are an experienced coach. But I expect and I look forward that Juve will win the game.
Cristiano Ronaldo there. However, remember the champions of Italy will be without Croatia forward Mario Mandzukic and former Liverpool midfielder Emre Can. Of course, midfielder Sami Khedira is also not available. Now it's time, though, to hear from Manchester United boss Jose Mourinho.
United's form was shown in the past 2 matches. The way we want to play, the way we can play, was shown in the past 2 matches. So let's try to do it again.
Chelsea. We'll see what happens in that game. And remember, there's live commentary here. A build-up beginning at 6:30 p.m. And we'll expect you to be absolutely interactive on our WhatsApp lines and tweet at us at JoySportsGH. Remember, the hashtag is JoyUCL. Now, we have to do some more in the Champions League because defender Dani Carvajal remains the only absentee as struggling Real Madrid aim for the first win in 6 games when they take on Victoria Pilsen in the Champions League also tonight. Now, Welshman Gareth Bale and France striker Karim Benzema substitutes during the defeat by Levante at the weekend took part in the training yesterday. Here is under fire Madrid boss Lopetegui.
If you're expecting to see a downcast, crestfallen coach, you shouldn't look this way. On the contrary, I'm excited, ambitious, and I can't wait to win this game, playing in a great match.
Also tonight, English champions Manchester City are away to Shakhtar Donetsk in Ukraine. Ahead of that, City boss Guardiola has reiterated his view that his side is still not ready to win the Champions League. City are second in Group F with 3 points from 2 games.
You have to be pushed, not just the manager. Everybody have to be pushed from everybody surrounding Man City. You have to win it. And still we don't have that feeling. Then the feel that the fans push, you have to win the Champions League. You know, everybody there. Normally what's happened, you are closer. And that's why still I don't feel I think we are a good team. I cannot deny that because we are a really good team. It's a pleasure to work with them. But that competition, they have something special that I have still, I don't feel it. And maybe in the future, or maybe with another players, another managers, or another situation.
Richmond Boachi Adam and Rashid Sumail's Red Star Belgrade will be visited at Anfield when they line up against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. AS Roma take on CSKA Moscow. Hoffenheim will host Lyon. Ajax play Benfica on the pool of 5 key games to be monitored by European Nights on Joy 99.7 FM. In other games, their 5-time champions Bayern Munich are away to AEK Athens, whilst Valencia take on the Young Boys in the 2 16:55 kickoffs, and we'll be bringing you a whole lot in terms of the coverage there. Now time to switch to the English Premier League. And last night, Mesut Ozil produced one of the best midfield displays in the Premier League this season as Arsenal beat Leicester to a record 10 successive win in all competitions. Alistair Bruce Ball was watching at the Emirates.
2 words to sum up this game, Mesut Ozil, and 1 word to sum up his performance, mesmerising. He scored Arsenal's equaliser just before half-time with a sublime left-footed touch guiding Hector Bellerin's pacey cross into the far corner, and then his vision and execution of pass killed Leicester off in the second half, sliding an inch-perfect ball to Bellerin to cross for Aubameyang, and then teeing up Aubameyang for his second goal, finishing off one of those delicious Arsenal moves when the ball is swept in a blur from one end of the pitch to the other. Leicester had led in the first half and deserved that lead that Ben Chilwell gave them. They should also have had a penalty before that for a Rob Holding handball, which could have also seen Holding get a second yellow card. But in the second half they were simply overrun, and unless you were a Leicester fan, it was a treat to watch Ozil at his impudent best.
Let's stay here in the country now. And former executive committee member of the Ghana Football Association, Keto Kreku, insists there should have been at least one football person on the normalization committee. Notwithstanding, the Dreams FC executive chairman is offering his maximum support for the 4-member team.
One would love to have seen a football person involved in the committee, because what is happening now is that it looks like all members of the committee are learning on the job, which makes the process a lot more tedious, so to say. But I hope that, just like I have said time and time again, everybody will contribute, everybody will help the committee to be able to go through their tenure. Don't forget their tenure ends on the 31st of March, and we have to ensure that they do a good job and exit on the 31st of March.
And as a football person who has a fair idea of the dealings of football in this country, do you think the 6-month period given them by FIFA is enough for them to go through their mandate?
I think it's a tried and tested period. FIFA are very much vested in this direction, and they definitely thought through before they give them that tenure. So I hope, and I know that Dr. Amoah and co would not want to sit on that chair for too long, because that chair belongs to football people.
At this time to hear from Dr. Kofi Amoah, who insists they're going to be meeting the FIFA deadline.
We will work more and talk less. But of course, if it is necessary to meet, and as I said at our first encounter with the media, we are going to form ad hoc committees. 4 people in the normalization committee cannot do this work alone. We are going to form ad hoc committees and invite Ghanaians who have knowledge, ideas about football, who understand the game, who have been doing for a long time, to join these ad hoc committees and deliberate on the problems facing our football and the potential solutions, and bring them to us, and then together we'll come up with a new blueprint that will strengthen Ghana football.
Well, now let's talk a bit about the Women's AFCON that will be taking place in Ghana from the 17th of November to the 1st of December. And Sports Minister Isaac Isiama insists the Black Queens will play high-profile international friendlies before the start of next month's Africa Women's Cup of Nations. Now, the Queens have been camping at the Ghana Man's Soccer Centre of Excellence for some time now. Many feel that is not adequate for a team tasked to do a host and win, but Honourable Isaac Isiama says they have good plans for the team.
I can assure you, you'll be hearing of a team that is ready to play Ghana for the friendlies. So we are ready, because you can't just go and play any friendly. It should be competitive enough, and that is why we had to now wait for the draw. After the draw, now that is done, I can assure you that a team that is very competitive, a team that will give us a good run for our money, that team is there waiting for us. So please, let me be honest with you, Ghana, before this draw, we had gone throughout the country, we had played matches, but then we're waiting for the draw to have teams that are very competitive enough.
Now, yesterday, Ghana's contingent for this year's Youth Olympic Games in Argentina returned home after failing to win a medal at the multi-sport event. Chef de mission of Team Ghana, Evans Yeboah, says failing to win a medal should inspire the athletes to do well in future major championships.
If you had gotten a little performance within the competition and proud to the competition, things would have been much better than what we expected. This is our 3rd Youth Olympic Games that we have attended. The first one similar, the second one we got gold, and this one basically was a more improvement in terms of performance. And I believe that so far as they are young, it gives us better hopes for the near future.
And in Africa, on the continent, you know what? Premier Augusto take a 1-0 lead into the second leg of the CAF Champions League semi-final against Esperance in Tunisia. And they're hoping to become the first Angolan finalist there. Transformed athlete take his 7-match unbeaten Champions League record into the return match at the ground, where they fell 2-0 to Sétif in the semi-finals 30 years ago. So these are good games to look forward to.
But George, this Juve anthem, it sounds like some rock song.
You have to check the Bayern Munich one. I think they've got some similarities.
Juventus.
It was fun. I think Real Madrid vs Juve in Cardiff was great.
Yes.
Here live in the stadium is something else. Absolutely something else.
Hey, George Adu Jr., bogus of our time.
But you are the latest
bogus of our time.
You are the latest bogus. You're from Quadas. you are welcome to Accra.
Thank you. I'll accept it.
It's official. Wonderful show coming up, definitely.
Wonderful show coming up.
Show.
George, we are going to talk about this KNUST affair. Speaking of Kumasi, this clash, should I call it that, this riots that the students went on, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that they went too far or they were pushed?
I think in as much as we all agree that, you know, this mill hall stuff that's happening in every university is dangerous, you know, going forward, we should also understand that we have kept it and it's become a habit. It's been kept over the years. So in dealing with it, you can't be that radical. I think that the management wanted to deal with something that's been around for so many years in just a semester or in just a year, and that's definitely not the way to go. It's a gradual process, and I'm looking at it. You cannot just single out KNUST and deal with Katanga. Because when you do that, what about the rest? Because it's all across, and it has to be a concerted effort, really. So I think they had to take the time. The adrenaline rush was just too much. They felt that they had to show their powers, and this has come. So we have to deal with it and gradually go through it.
Those are some interesting thoughts there. But what I'm asking myself is that did it just start? Because as far back as 2014, I remember, and Enimo even pointed it out this morning in the review, that Prof. Ellis was talking about making these halls mixed halls. And the talk has been ongoing, but I guess in terms of action...
The approach on the ground has to be very, 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 you know, tactical. We have to make sure that we know what we're doing, you know, and a bit you have to involve them in understanding that we need to stop that, you know, more of like they think that that's not the way to go, and you feel that's the way to go, and that's happening. So it's a big one, and you have to look at it across board. You have to look at the University of Cape Coast, University of Ghana, all the universities, because we have some of this. This approach maybe would work if it was SHS, but at the university level, this is a very difficult and
But are the students justified in what they did yesterday?
They are not justified. That's what I'm saying. They are not justified. And we know it's something that we have to work on going in the future. The approach should be looked at, you know, and it has to be all-inclusive. I think so. They have to be part of the process, understanding that this won't work.
Interesting. I got similar thoughts from Daryl as well. Thank you very much, George Abi Jr.
Yeah, man.
For joining us
so
this
we'll see you tonight, 6:30, you know.
Yes, or hear you tonight.
They'll hear me tonight. You'll see me tonight, and they'll hear me tonight.
Yes. All right, and so that's UEFA Champions League commentary coming off at 6:30 p.m. tonight. Man United versus Juventus, and like I said earlier, those key questions were